All right, today we're jumping into a really incredible story from the Qur'an. It's got everything: a powerful queen, a prophet king who can command the unseen, and a single rumor, a rumor that could literally change the course of history. And right at the very heart of this story is a huge mystery. Was the legendary Queen Bilqis of Saba, fully human? Or, as all the whispers claimed, was she something else? Something half-jinn? So yeah, that's the big enigma here in this ancient story of power, faith, and get this. The whole epic encounter kicks off because of one very important bird.
Okay, so first things first, let's meet our main players. Section 1, a queen, a king, a mystery.
You really got to look at the contrast between these two rulers. It's fascinating. So on one side, you've got Queen Bilqis of Saba. Her kingdom is super wealthy, her power comes from her advisors, her council, and she and her people, they worship the sun. Then, on the other side, you have Prophet King Sulayman. His power is a whole different ballgame. It's a gift from Allah, and it gives him command over not just humans, but jinn, animals, and even the wind itself. I mean, we're talking two totally different worlds here, and they are absolutely set on a collision course. So how does this all kick off? Well, that brings us to part 2, the bird's astonishing news. Okay, so our unlikely hero in this whole saga is a bird. Seriously, meet the hudhud, an incredibly intelligent hoopoe bird that's part of Sulayman's army. Its job is basically long-range intel gathering. So during a routine army inspection, the hudhud just disappears. But when it comes back, it's got this absolutely stunning discovery. There's a whole kingdom out there Sulayman didn't even know about, and their queen and all her people, they're bowing down to the sun. The bird flies right back to Sulayman and basically says, listen, I have some major news about a people you don't know. I saw their queen and her people bowing to the sun instead of to Allah. And boom, just like that, the central conflict is set. This is a clash of faiths. Naturally, this discovery leads to our third section, a test of gifts and power. And what happens next is this brilliant, almost like a diplomatic chess match. So Sulayman sends a letter, delivered by the hudhud, of course, with a simple invitation: submit to Allah. Now, Queen Bilqis is a really savvy ruler. She doesn't just react, she talks to her council. They're all fired up, screaming for war, but she chooses diplomacy. She sends this extravagant golden gift, to kind of test Sulayman to see what he's really after. And his response? He puts on a massive display of his supernatural army for her messengers to witness. And the message he gives them is just crystal clear. He says, do you honestly think you can impress me with wealth? What Allah has given me is so much better than what he's given you. Take your gifts back. I mean, he is making it absolutely plain that his power isn't about worldly things, and his mission has nothing to do with riches. Well, that rejection totally forces Bilqis' hand. She realizes she has to go meet him in person. And that decision leads to this incredible escalation of power in our fourth section, the miraculous throne. So while Bilqis is on her way, Sulayman decides to set up his first, just jaw-dropping demonstration. He turns to his entire court, humans and jinn alike, and throws out this challenge. Before she gets here, who among you can bring her throne to me? So one of the powerful jinns steps up and says, hey, I can get it here before you even stand up from your seat. Pretty impressive, right? But then, a wise scholar, someone with knowledge from Allah, makes an even more mind-blowing claim. He says, I can bring it to you before you even blink your eye. And just like that, it happens. Her huge, ornate throne gone from her kingdom in Saba, and bam, it's right there in Sulayman's court. Instantly teleported. And then he orders it to be slightly altered. This was a clear, undeniable sign of a power that was way, way beyond anything she could possibly comprehend. So that incredible feat totally sets the stage for their big meeting. Let's move on to section 5, the reveal on glass. So for her arrival, Sulayman puts together one final, absolutely brilliant test. He has this magnificent palace built, but it has this one really unique feature. The floor, it's made of pure, polished glass, so clear it's basically invisible, and it's laid right over a channel of running water. So imagine this. Queen Bilqis walks in, sees this flawless floor, and thinks it's a pool of water. So to keep her dress from getting wet, she lifts her hem to cross. Which leads us right to the big question. What exactly was Sulayman trying to see? And here's the answer. See, there was this widespread rumor going around that Queen Bilqis wasn't completely human. The stories claimed she was part jinn, and according to the lore from that time, jinn often had, well, hairy non-human legs. That was the whole point of the test. And in that one single moment, as she lifted her dress, the truth was out. Her legs were perfectly human. The rumor was totally, completely false. But wait, that just brings up another question, right? If it was false, where did this rumor even come from, and why? Well, that's Section 6, the truth behind the rumor. It all makes sense when you look at it this way. The jinn who served Sulayman, they were the ones who spread this disinformation. Why? Simple. Their goal was to stop Sulayman from marrying Bilqis. They were terrified that if he had a son with her, that son would also have power over them, basically extending their servitude for another generation. So Sulayman, being incredibly wise, came up with the glass floor test as this genius way to debunk their lie and show everyone what true, divinely inspired knowledge looks like. So, after all of this, after seeing her throne teleported, this mind-bending glass palace, and this incredibly clever reveal of the truth, Queen Bilqis was just overwhelmed. She finally understood. And right then and there, she declared her faith, realizing that real, true power doesn't come from gold or armies, but from Allah. And this whole story leaves us with a really powerful question to think about, doesn't it? Where does true power really come from? Is it in the wealth you can see and touch? Or is it in the wisdom to see the truth?